I remember the morning of crossing the Rhine as we were standing in the chow line, and I noticed sailors there. What are sailors doing here? And so we got our food and stuff and went on and met on the road down to where we were going to get in the boats and stuff. I was talking to one of the guys, and he was eating his ration. I said, man, that's for 2 or 3 days down here. He says, huh. He said, I may not make it 2 or 3 days. I'm going to eat it all now. And so we kept on down and all in line, moving a little bit at a time down through the road. Finally, we got down to the place where we're going to load into the boats. Well, I'm looking at the boat, and I'm used to seeing boats, not like this. This looks like a matchbox, what we call a bateau. Didn't have no seats, no nothing. You just climbed in it, and they put 10 of us in the boat. Each had a paddle, and we had never done any training with these things. And I know how hard it is to keep one to go straight when everybody's paddling. Well, we were lucky that the boat did go pretty straight going across. And far as being scared, I wasn't really scared. I was just doing what I was supposed to do and hoping for the best. And we didn't get any fire going across because they must have been shooting at the other ones. And when we arrived on the other side, well, we became the target. They knocked the back end out of the boat and it went to the bottom, but we were only in, knee-deep water probably. And so when we cleared the boat and stuff, we had 5 was injured. And going up the bank, it was 3 of us together. I'm in the middle. The guy on the right side of me, he gets a 20 millimeter. Now we're laying on the ground, right with his hand next to his face and head. Well, the shell hits right in between his hand and his head. I turned around to look at him, and he looked at me, moving his head, and it had blown half his face away. And I looked to the left side of the other guy, and he got a piece of shrapnel or something through his arm, and the Americans in the building close to us, maybe 50 feet away, hollering for us to come for cover. And so I took off for cover and joined them in the building. I remember when we got to the other side that we were checking our equipment. We had lost our motor in the boat, and going checking everything. The BAR man, the shell had hit right where the gas chamber and the barrel come together and destroyed it. And one of the guys was checking his pack because the ammo barrel carries 3 on the front, 3 on the back of the mortar shells that we had. And one of them was torn up a little bit. So he got to looking at it, and it had shot the fuse off the end of the mortar, but it didn't go off, thank goodness. Thank God we didn't get a lot of fire going across the water because I can't swim. And all the gear I got on, I know that I'd be going to the bottom as soon as I hit the water. And we got all the way across before they hit our boat at the shoreline. Me and another soldier was in this building when we were being attacked by the Germans. And they were moving in on us, and it's either a sergeant or officer or something was behind this tree, and you could see his arms directing his guys to come up around and surround or do whatever they want them to do. And you could see his arms moving, but not his body. And my buddy next to me says, "Watch this." So he got a AP round, stuck it in the rifle, fired it. We didn't see no more arms. And later on, after the firefight was over and all that stuff, we went out there and the round had gone through the tree and him also, the German. Had gone through the German that he had shot through that tree, and it got the German also.
Killed him?
Yes, killed him.
What do you remember about that firefight? You guys were being surrounded.
You know, it's something, we weren't surrounded. We were just being attacked because 90% of the time we outnumbered who we were firing at. So they were just putting up resistance. Their main thing was to slow us down. That's what they were trying to do. They couldn't do nothing else.
What life advice do you want to give to future generations?
The way things are going on right now, it worries me. The country's not right. It's screwed up. I can see all this shit again.
What do you mean, sir?
People won't get together. All over money. The world's crazy.